have PSV shirts. Yes, I'm so excited. Ultra Football finally have PSV a part of their collection. I'm really excited because it's the first time I've also featured a new PSV shirt, two new PSV shirts in my collection. I know when it comes to PSV, I have a lot of classics. And when it comes to PSV, I love this club. There's so much about this club that I love. A lot of their kits in my collection have been one of my favorites to collect. And there is one shirt that's hiding over there, which I've contemplated in many times to sell it. But after seeing this one here being represented with that one in that sort of collaboration as a thought of the design, I do think I'm gonna keep it. But today we'll be talking about the home and away for 21-22 season Puma PSV shirts. Now, of course, if you don't know, the sponsorship Philips was a part of the club for many years, similar to what we saw with Pirelli at Inter Milan. Now they've sort of split up, so did Philips and PSV. But if you didn't know, and of course the name PSV is the PSV, basically the Philips, you know, Sports Association. It's basically a club back in the days, many years ago, where an organization, a company would have a sports team for that weekend, and that was PSV. It was basically the weekend league team for Philips. And yeah, I think they just moved on from the branding. That's the only thing that ruins the future shirts of PSV. It's just that branding that we saw Philips with PSV that made that collaboration, that connection a lot more sort of successful. I think we loved seeing that. You know, when you see a PSV shirt without the Philips, is it really a PSV shirt? It's like now with the token shirts, the Inter Milan token sponsorships, it just doesn't feel right. But I think when we look at the white stripes with the red, it's always going to be iconic. I do love this home shirt. The past couple of seasons with Umbro and now with Puma, I don't think there's ever been a bad shirt. Of course, PSV fans, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments below what you think the best shirt of the last at least 10 seasons has been. Because when we look at the Nike era, there wasn't many that we could have said that were bad, or even Adidas. And that sort of term wasn't, you know, long-lived. There's a lot of beautiful kits of that time. But the current kits now, I really appreciate. Now, the only thing that I don't appreciate, of course, you can see the Puma shirts for Man City in the background, is the new collar line. And the way this feels around my neck right now, I'm not enjoying it. Like, when we talk about the sort of photos that we've seen for, say, Man City, and people joking about the collar line, I actually feel like I'm missing at least 2 centimeters from my neckline. So that's the only negative thing that I can say. Wearing Puma item right now, I do enjoy it, and I think it does feel as well as any other manufacturer, whether it be Nike or Adidas. But when it comes to the design elements, I think Puma are on the lines of becoming the top 5 you know, strong standing manufacturer for the football community. Now this one here, the home shirt for this season, is inspired to the 1990 shirt. In my opinion, I think what gives it away for me is the bold sort of white sponsorship area that works well with the branding. I think this is something that PSV and Philips always sort of kept in the design. There have been some shirts where it didn't do as so, but I think that's what I think the best kit represented well with this one. There's 4 major white stripes which blocks off the white 3 major red panels. Within the red panel systems, we do see a nice gradient that goes from the top to the bottom. Again, this is something that I really like when you look into a shirt. This shirt today is a 5-panel system. We've got the 2 major panels alongside the shoulder lines and the 2 sleeves. Alongside these panels, we do have a nice elastic, iconic Puma band around each shoulder. This is something that also features on the shirts for Man City and AC Milan. There's a material difference between the shoulder area and the sleeves. They're 2 different fabrics. I do like that. I think it's something that's designed, you know, well, that allows sort of performance enhancing. So this is a great little nod that Puma have implemented to their shirts that I really like. Talking about that collar line and the collar, I do think the last white collar or any collar of that sort that was on a PSV shirt was the 2015 home shirt. I think it's been a long time, and I do hope to see that come back in the future kit designs. I think this one here would have looked great with either a red or even a white collar. I think the simple design that we have right here is probably the only design element that I'm not a fan of. I do like how the red is broken up with a little bit of a black detailing here on the side. Now there's one thing I like to spot out, and this is something that's evidentful in a lot of Puma shirts for the last 2 seasons. I personally don't think there's enough material used at the sleeves. I think it's just too light. I think it's easily torn, and I think there's gonna be a lot of sort of wear and tears coming from this. There's gonna be a lot of inversions when it comes to these. I've even noticed myself having the shirts just neatly tucked away here for reviews. I do see it sort of flipping away from a bit of pressure. I have also noticed that Puma is one of those brands that likes to add the cat across their sleeves. There are 2 little cats featured here on both edges. I'm not sure why they would need 2 and alongside the one in the middle when their 3rd shirts for a lot of the Puma teams this season don't even have one branding. I feel like they've just taken it off those shirts and put them on the home shirt and the away shirt. Puma shirts are pretty well priced, and I do like this one. This is definitely going to be a part of my collection. On the back of the shirt, we do have a back panel system here that is pretty much red, that works well with the Eredivisie legal sort of rules and regulations for name sets. At the bottom, we do have a continuation of the stripes from the back to the front. Now, one thing I would add and change about this, of course, alongside the collar, would be the red tonals. I feel like there's a bit of a difference here that kind of annoys me. Of course, looking at the reflection, you do see that difference. It's not really major, but to me, it's that little bit of detail that could have changed the kit a lot more. I think they could have just gone for the straight out red rather than adding this little panel here. I think it's just a bit of a wastage. The sponsor is heat pressed on alongside the 2 stitched on badges for Puma and PSV's logo. The Puma authenticator can be found in the bottom right corner alongside the dry cell technology logo at the bottom left corner. Now, flipping the shirt inside out, this is something that I've added to my reviews on this channel. It's a bit of a quality check that I like to talk about. Now, alongside Adidas and Nike, I think Puma do well with their stitching. The fact that they've used a red stitching for connecting the panel systems together is something that I do like to see. There has been times where I've seen red shirts with white stitching, and that to me is pretty lazy. When you do have 2 colors like red and white here, I do like to see the cross hatching system, what they've done. And again, they've both used white threads and red threads, which again to me speaks true to the high quality that Puma offers. Now, of course, stretching the material here, I do like the quality control of this item. I think it's done really well for Puma's, ideology of what they want to do in the football scene. I think they're really pushing the boundaries, and I'm really excited to see what they do offer in future. I just think their 3rd shirts this season that they did alongside what we saw in the Euros has been pretty much trying to make the brand a bit of a joke, and I think a lot of people have seen the positives and negatives in their minimalistic designs. But I do think some of their home shirts and away shirts for this season are pretty good, and I really like where Puma's heading. Now onto the away shirt, and as you can see, this is where my mic is attached. It's not dragging down the collar, similar to the home shirt and the shirts behind me. I'm still a bit confused why there's such a oversized neckline. I'm not sure what Puma was heading for this season, but it did look well in the Euros, and I think we'll all get over it in future time. This shirt here that I'm wearing, I feel like is inspired by this one that I'm holding in my right hand, a classic of the PSV era. It's the 96-97 design. This one that I have here is just an iconic shirt. Like I said previously to the start of this episode, it's been one that I've always wanted to sort of keep and let go. And now to see this one that I'm wearing, the purple electric design, it does represent PSV well, and I do like that they've gone for that colorway. I think the last few seasons I've seen them go for the orange and the black and a few different colors here and there, but the fact that they've gone for this color that represents other clubs in the league, a bluey color versus the red home shirt, this is great. And I do like how the tie away and the promo pictures really made this image look a lot stronger. It's exactly the same template and design to the home shirt. We do have the nice little detailing of the black across the stripes here. We've got 3 stripes alongside the 4. Now, last season and even this season, we have seen clubs push the boundaries for their away and third shirts, where we would see the badge go. Now, when we do see clubs push the boundaries for away and third shirts, usually the colorway works well with the badge. Now, this time around, I don't think PSV have chosen the right badge. The traditional way is a great way for the club to show that they're really proud of themselves, but I think the fact that they haven't gone for the monochromatic with the hints of the colors of the Astral Aura and the green glimmer really lets it down. I think it would have worked well with this design. The fact that they've gone for this bright purpley color with the green, I think would have allowed the shirt to work a lot better for what we're seeing today. But giving you a bit of a spin, I think it's a great shirt and I'm really excited to see this in the Eredivisie. I think it's a strong shirt. I think PSV have done well with both home and away. I think the third one, of course, wasn't their choice and it's just something that PSV have had to accept being a part of the Puma portfolio. Now, to finish it off with a little bit of a negative approach to this shirt, I think the sleeves just feel a little bit empty on this one. I'm not sure why they've gone for a pretty plain design. They've got this nice green glimmer that could have added, a nice little bit of a detailing on the sides. It does feature the Puma cat on each shoulder. Again, this is going to be pretty, busy with a lot of the club's badges where it's the league or sponsorship on either shoulder. But as a shirt, it feels well, and I think Puma have done well for the material wise, and I'm really excited. This is a medium, so if you do fit a medium, definitely check that size out. Otherwise, always go for a size above, as you can always feature other items underneath. Both the home and away can be found at ultrafootball.com. Check them out in the description below. Massive supporters of this channel, and I can't thank them enough. Now, make sure to follow me on all the socials, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or Spotify. We've got podcasts weekly, and of course, if there's anything you'd like me to check out, let me know in the comments below. I do have a community tab, a part of the YouTube channel now, so if I have any polls, make sure to join every conversation. But as always, please stay safe, stay away from stupid people, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Today's shout out goes out to Italian Jersey Collector. Make sure to follow him on all the socials. And as always, stay safe and I'll see you in the next episode.